I want to start this off by saying that I recorded myself, or rather, I did not record myself speaking for the last 15 minutes while I was rambling. Uh, and I feel disappointed in myself because I should have known that this was not recording. But what's up, guys? Welcome to. I'm going to call this episode zero of a new old thing that I'm starting. So I have a podcast, which I haven't had an episode for what, a year now. Because I started off the podcast because I wanted to have interesting conversations with interesting people, but the thing about interesting people is that they're busy, and setting up schedules with people is can be a nightmare, especially when you're also a busy person with work and other commitments. So I decided maybe let me try to do a solo cast. Initially, it was not going to be a solo cast. It was going to be myself and a potential co-host. I think I liked that idea. But then Alan didn't want to be the Fuhad to my James. So heartbroken as I am, I had to do my own thing. I had to go my own way. And now I am here. I'm in Warsaw, Poland. It's raining, but it's really beautiful out. I love this city already, and I've been here for 4 days now. I think, yeah, 4 days now. So one thing about Warsaw is that there's a lot of supercars. I see a vintage Porsche driving down the road, like literally 3 minutes ago when I was recording or not recording the other video or podcast. I saw a Maybach drive by, and I was saying that there's a lot of supercars and a lot of expensive cars in this city. Like, it is insane. I saw yesterday in a 15-meter distance from each other, one G-Wagon Brabus, one normal G-Wagon, which feels weird to say because there's no such thing as a normal G-Wagon. I saw a Porsche. I saw there was a Mercedes, not the AMG GT63, but I think one below that. I don't know exactly the spec, but they were literally supercars next to each other. I saw a Lamborghini Urus the other day, and I saw another one with a Mansory type of wrap. I'm not sure if it was Mansory, but it was also like one of those high-end body kits on it, and I was amazed. Like, if you're a car lover, just come down to Poland. You will see the stuff that you dream about every day. Literally every single day. Is this a Urus? There's literally a Urus driving past. With, is that a Urus? I don't know. It looks like a sick car. I'm just gonna tell you guys it's a Urus. It doesn't matter. But yeah, what's this? This is a thing I want to start doing where I sit down and ramble for around 20 minutes about things in life that I find interesting, my thoughts. I'm going to call this series Intrusive Thoughts. It's just all the stuff that sits in my head that I wish I could share with people, but I don't really share it, but I am sharing with you now. So it's a bit of a meta thing, clusterfuck in itself. But yeah, I'm in Europe for my sister's graduation. Went well. She graduated. All her homies were happy. We went out to a bar here called Sen. Cool vibes. They're playing a lot of different types of music, including African music. I don't know if African music should be a term because there's a lot of different music within the continent, but they played music from the continent. They played a bit of Amapiano and some Afro beats. And I just want to say, like, the African music that gets played in clubs in Europe feels very watered down. I don't know if it is to get a more commercial appeal to everyone at the venue, or if they genuinely don't know all the great songs that we have in the continent. But I'm not throwing any shade or anything like that. That was just an observation that I thought was interesting. And one thing about Poland in the summer, broskies and broskiettes, there was a sunrise at 2:30. Like, this country is in the wrong time zone. Like, they need to push this country's time zone by like 2 hours. Because tell me why at 3:30 the sky is bright at 3:30, guys. By 4:30 there was sun. I could see sun at 4:30, like, in my face. It was not back home like in Mozambique in the summer at like 4:30 it starts getting bright outside. Here at 4:30 there was a sun. I could see the sun. The sun could see me seeing it. So, weird time zone thing here. I'll try to show you guys a few clips I did at the time when I was at the bar slash nightclub venue with sun, and I'll post like the timestamps for when I took those videos, so you guys see what I'm saying. But it's crazy. It's a crazy country, very well developed. I think like the public transport system is great. They have great roads. They have malls which are big, and they have all the brands that you might need and want. And it feels like it'll be such a chill place to live. You know, like you are in Europe. Uh, it's safe, very safe. You're a few hours away from any major capital in the world, not in the world, in the continent, but it just feels like it has a very solid value proposition for anyone. And I did see in here that there's a lot of multinational companies. I think off my building right now, I can see the Deloitte's offices. I saw J.P. Morgan. I saw Goldman Sachs. I saw Citibank somewhere here. So it seems like there's a lot of international uh, corporates that are have some operations here. So if you're thinking about moving to Europe, I'd say, don't discard Poland. I think it's a great place to be at. And that's, yeah, just one of the things I wanted to speak about. I don't know if I should give a review of my trip now. In another episode, I'll do like a proper review of all the places that I've been to or that I'm going to during this trip. But I just wanted to talk about where I'm at right now. Uh, Another intrusive thought that I had uh, was that I wanted to share with everyone or with whoever's listening about my journey for my CFA level one and why I decided to pursue the CFA charter. And I think it dates back to sometime last year. I felt like I needed something to challenge me and something that would make my CV look better because I've been out of school for around 5 years now. I've been working for 5 years, and it's around this time that I say, like, people generally start looking for postgraduate qualifications, but I feel like I was not, or I'm not at that stage yet where I want to go out and do a master's, but I did want to do something that was similar. So the CFA charter sort of aligns to that goal or to that ambition, and I just signed up for it. I think March last year, March 2023, and my plan was to study from April all the way to November in my exam date. But I can tell you right now, right here, that the plan did not happen. I did not study until August, and I was pissing my pants. And the reason why I didn't study until August was because I thought I had time. And there we are, April. I'm like, yeah, I'll start soon. Yeah, cool, I'll start soon. May comes around. I'm tied up with work. Okay, cool. June comes around. I traveled the whole month basically, and now July. I'm like, yeah, but like, it's kind of weird to start studying on the 20th. I'm just gonna wait until like the 1st of August. So I play myself like that too. And then 1st of August, I'm like, okay, I need to get my shit together because this exam is in 4 months, and I've already paid for it out of pocket, and it's not cheap, guys. It's not cheap. So I had no option but to grind for it. And grind I did. I used Mark Meldrum as my prep provider. He was amazing. And I say it was amazing because his style of teaching works for me, right? His style of teaching is something that I can grasp the concepts quite well straight away. I like watching videos and seeing like the boards with the explainers there. And he does that brilliantly, like I was sitting there listening to this man crack dad jokes for like 2 hours every day for 4 months, and I grew I grew to like him even more throughout that period. And my whole studying strategy was I'd spend an hour and a half doing video work, so watching the lectures, and then I'd spend an hour just doing end of chapter exercises. Uh, and that's how I would spend my days. So every day after work, come home, do whatever I need to do, and then go sit in front of the computer, and then just grind it out for those 4 months. There were breaks in between. I was not perfect. I know I was supposed to study on weekends, but Saturday and Sunday were tough to study on because I wanted to do other things. And usually whenever studying for any charter, they'll tell you like this is gonna take up all your life, and it did for some periods of time, but I tried to keep a bit of balance because it was gonna drive me insane. And it's kind of funny that I'm talking about my CFA journey right now because I'm writing level 2 in November 2024 and I have not started studying. So I'm doing the same thing I did last year. It went well last year for me, but I don't know if that's making me overconfident at this point that I can do it again. I'll start studying soon, uh, and I'll just be on that grind set for the next few months, and hopefully the result in November this year is a good result too. And I'm going with the same prep provider, Mark Meldrum. He is amazing. But there are other prep providers out there that are just as good, but I prefer him, so I'll keep doing that. And I think I'm writing my level 2 November, and my goal is to be done with the charter by 2025. I want to be a charter holder by then. It's an ambitious goal, and I feel like I just added myself more pressure by telling whoever's listening to this podcast or watching this video that it is something that I want to accomplish by 2025. So let's see. Let's be here in this journey together. Uh, if anyone cares, I can try to do a little series about my studies for the CFA and how I'm doing, where I am, what concepts I'm learning about, because there are a lot of interesting concepts that they teach in the curriculum. Some stuff that wasn't covered by my finance degree, but one of the reasons why I passed well last year was that there was a lot of overlap in certain areas between my degree and the CFA curriculum. And it seems that for the second level, it gets taken up a notch. So there's going to be a lot more detail going on there, and I might not have it as easy as I had it last year. But you have to climb the mountains, if you want to get to the top. So this is the mountain that I'm deciding to climb right now, which is the CFA journey. If anyone wants a breakdown of what it takes, costs, etc., I can try to do that separately. Just drop it in the chat also, wherever platform you're listening to this on. So that was intrusive thought, number 2, because I spoke about Poland, CFA. What else do I have here as an intrusive thought? I think my other intrusive thought was around how nothing is real since 2019. I feel like as soon as we finished 2019, on the 31st of December 2019 at 11:59 p.m., as soon as the clock struck 12 p.m., 1st of Jan, everything went haywire. I recalled in the first month of 2020, a lot of crazy things happened. We thought we were on the verge of World War II because some Middle Eastern general was killed in his car, and there were a lot of memes flying around. And I think everything that has happened since 2019 has generally been not even a social experiment, it's just been experiments. Someone's just messing with the code of our universe, and they've gone a bit too far because everything that has happened since then is kind of sketchy. Why do I have to live through a lot of traumatic things that humanity is experiencing in my age? This is crazy. I'm gonna go to my kids and tell them guys, you guys can stay home for one night because I stayed home, locked in for 2 years because of diseases. It was, of course, I'm gonna be way more dramatic than actually was, although it was a very serious thing. But I'll just add on things there just to spice it up. I can't just tell them there was a disease, we had to wash our hands, we had to stay away from each other, avoid contact with each other, etc. We started working from home and stuff, because they might just be oh, so you guys got good stuff, right, out of it. Nah, we were in the trenches. We were fighting people for toilet paper in the mall. We were squaring up for the last packet of Cheetos because we thought we're never gonna see Cheetos again because no one can leave the house. It was crazy, bro. It was. I'll just play them The Purge, and I'll tell them that's basically how this thing was when it was around for 2 years. This is gonna be my. I'm gonna wear that as my armor for my future kids. And there's just so many things now that there's geopolitical conflict. I'll use that euphemism in parts of Europe which you know of. If you don't know, then whatever. So there's a lot of things going on. Like a lot has happened in these past 4 years. Now we have AI, which is not coming to kill us per se, but it could get there. Like it can get sketchy. Could get sketchy out here. You know, still think it's just very fancy math, and by fancy math I mean like statistics. But it's evolving at a pace where I think it's going to be something very, very serious within the next 2, 3 years. Because the stuff that ChatGPT does, I think is cool. It is very helpful. It makes my life easy writing templates for emails and other things that I want to do. So, if just pro tip, if you guys want to write anything, go to ChatGPT, write a prompt there to for whatever you want to write. So write an email to my boss telling him I'm going to be late today because I ran out of toilet paper. I don't know why I'm going with the toilet paper, but yeah, that's the ideas, right? So you type it in ChatGPT. The key for you is to don't take that straight away off ChatGPT and send it to your boss, right? You have to take it, paraphrase whatever ChatGPT wrote, then you're good. You are literally grand because you are paraphrasing something that was generated by an AI. So whatever message you're putting in there is not going to be exactly what was generated. So it doesn't look suspicious. I don't know why I'm telling you people this, but if you know, I'm here to provide value for you guys. This is how we share here. This is what you're gonna get from being here. You know, just top-notch value and tips on life and life things. But yeah, AI is now a thing. That's another thing that happened in the last 4 years. Although this is a field of research that has gone on or has been here since I think likely 1970s. It's just been evolving, and now it's I guess hitting its exponential curve, uh, which is great to see. We want to have a life like we see in the sci-fi movies. We want to get to a point where the sci-fi movies are worse than real life in terms of tech. You know, we want to get to teleportation and stuff. Uh, I know I said teleportation. That might not be like physically possible. Like we might be pissing off Einstein by saying we can teleport, but you get the idea, guys. Like we're just gonna be very futuristic and stuff. Uh, what else has happened in the last 4 years that has been a bit cuckoo? Oh yeah, the whole world is like right wing now. I don't understand what the hell's going on because I know like I hear what they're saying, right? Like I hear what they're saying, but I don't see what they're saying. If that makes sense, like I hear that everyone's right wing because they think immigrants are going to their countries to take over their jobs and they don't want to integrate. And I hear that, like I understand what you're saying, right? But I don't think that's a reason for you to go full, like kick everyone out. We want our country to ourselves. Like that's a bit too much. Like it's not. It is that deep, but it's not that deep. If you hear what I'm saying, like there is a solution where you don't have to kick people out of your country, uh, or there's a solution where you don't have to kick out everyone out of your country. Like okay, cool. If you have like illegal people in your country, yeah, you can deport them, I guess. But like, don't kick out everyone, because then a lot of the industries in these developed countries are supported by cheap immigrant labor. And I think that's the problem. That's what you want to address. Like, why do these corporations have to employ thousands of immigrants that are coming here to do work at a lower rate than a national would be paid? Is it just because of profits? Is it are profits and the stock market and etc. important enough for you to damage the livelihoods of thousands or millions or billions of nationals as you see it? That's sort of the conversation that needs to be had, because if there's a lot of people migrating from another country, say like the Middle East, and from the sub-Saharan Africa region to Europe, oof, that's a sexy car. Sorry, what was I saying? If there's a lot of immigrants going to Europe, ooh, sorry, that's nasty. If there's a lot of immigrants going to Europe, North America, wherever, there's two issues there. What's going on back home? That's one. So fix whatever's going on in their countries so people don't have to go to your countries. Or two, find a way to sort of make. Okay, no, this is gonna sound wrong. I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say, but yeah, just help them fix their countries. Then, if you want them to stay back home so badly, don't go uh, full right wing and yeah, because and I say right wing in a sense, right wing and nationalist, not in the sense that you're patriotic and proud of your country, but in the sense that I've seen it a lot in the media, where they're using the right wing and nationalist discourse to justify just outright racism. Like, it's a crazy thing. I started seeing this on the social media platform that I spend a lot of time on is Twitter. And I started seeing this a lot since Elon bought the platform, right? Where people are using right wing and nationalist as an excuse to spew out just racism and racist takes or opinions and stuff. They'd be like, "Oh no, because affirmative action is bad. Because why can't black people get things the regular way, the same way I, as a white person, have to get things?" Because they were oppressed. Because people of color were kind of not on the same standing as people of fair skin for a long time, and the only way to level that playing field is through affirmative action. And affirmative action, I guess, gets very misunderstood because people think it's people that are less qualified getting better job offers. No, it's allowing the people that are qualified but usually overlooked by the existing systems to have access to opportunities that they wouldn't be able to do if there was no affirmative action. Not because they're not skilled, but because those opportunities, when it comes to them getting them, they're either not informed, there's biases towards not hiring them because they don't fit the profile or whatever it is. So it's just trying to level the playing field. It's not making it such that people with subpar skills are getting jobs that other people should be getting. No, that's one discourse that I've been seeing a lot around the right wing. It's like, oh no, affirmative action bad, meritocracy good. Like, objectively, it's very hard to have meritocracies wherever we are, because as human people, we are biased. We will employ our friends. We will employ people that look like us. So how do you stop that? Uh, and yeah, bro, this whole nationalist vibe that the world's getting is not it. Because I feel like in throughout history we have been told this lesson. We have been shown it in very bright colors and in a very bright picture that it doesn't tend to work. But I feel like we want to commit the same mistakes that we did in the early 1900s, when the whole world was pew, 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 each other. Uh, and it feels like we're going there. I don't know if we're going there fast, but we're going there. And a lot of it is being fueled, I think, by social media platforms. I think the kind of things that I see on Twitter nowadays after Elon acquired it is just atrocious. And even for himself, Elon, like, it just says the most outrageous things, and his fanboys are like, "Oh my God, yes, Elon, I love you, Elon. Oh my God, you're amazing, Elon." I'm like, guys, that's a bad take. Just because he can make a few cars doesn't mean he can have a valid opinion on everything about society. Like, he's good at making cars, but like, maybe we shouldn't trust him with politics. It doesn't sound like it's gonna go very well for everyone involved in this thing. So maybe we should check Elon. Uh, and yeah, I hate the platform now. I'm just there because the jokes are still fire, but like everything else is just, it's literally a cesspool. Like, it's just dirty. I write a tweet saying I want a butter sand. Yeah, like, I want a butter chicken falafel. I just made that up, but that sounds amazing. I would eat that. But yeah, I want a butter chicken falafel, right? Why? Why? Tell me why, Elon. Why are there bots saying nudes on my profile? Nudes on my profile. Why are there only fan girls just saying, "I'll make you my falafel, I'll give you my..." I'm like, guys, I just want a butter chicken falafel. Don't tell me about these other things that have nothing to do with my tweet. So, Elon, please get rid of the bots, the racists, including yourself. can go out the window. Uh, it's just a lot. So Twitter sucks. If anyone could tell me a better social media platform, I'll go there. TikTok kind of killing it though. It has screwed up my attention span, but the content's hilarious, and it doesn't feel wrong to be on TikTok the same way it does to be on Twitter right now. But yeah, that's one of the other things people messed up after 2020, bro. Like, just you could have left Twitter as it was, and we would have been here thriving. But nah, you had to come here and destroy us. Let me get this beer. Sorry. Oh. Ow. Hurt myself. Ooh. Sounds nice. These are intrusive thoughts, so I don't know if drinking on the show is allowed, but like, I guess it is. Ooh, this tastes nice. So, as part of my intrusive thoughts, wherever I go, I try to try the local beers, right? And I bought quite a few from Poland. This I don't know how to say these things, guys, so you're gonna have to bear with me. But this one is Tiskie. Yeah, Tiskie. Uh, I'm gonna try to show. Has a lot of flags on the ting. I'm gonna try to show you. Wait. Tiskie. So there's like a lot of flags on the thing. I think this is. I want to say this is like top 2 beers I've tried here. I tried another one, such as Z. It's like Ziwiek. That one's alright. Like it was aight. It wasn't nothing to write. Was nothing to write home about. It was just alright. Like it was good beer, but not great. This one tastes great. If that makes sense. But yeah, wherever I go, I try to find their beer, and I try their beer because I feel like you can get to know the country by finding out what people. You can get to know the country by finding out what the people are drinking. Put that on a poster, son. But yeah, on the social media topic still, I feel like our lives are also very distorted by what we see on social media. And I think I want to start taking extended breaks from the different types of social media. I think TikTok has charred my attention span, so I don't think I can leave. I'm in a bind right now. Like TikTok has me on a hold. But I think after some time, especially because I want to study for my CFA level 2, I would like to not be on social media for a bit. Maybe, let's say, like 2-3 months, just like chilling outside, just going on Instagram to post any content or new work that I do. But other than that, I don't want to engage with it a lot because I feel like it fries your brain. There's behaviors that I have right now that I did not have a few years ago, and the stuff that I've seen online. I think the only thing I'll miss a lot about social media or being away from it is that I don't get to see what is happening per se. Like, I feel like I found out a lot of cool things from Twitter before it was bought by Elon because he ruined the platform. But a lot of things that I've seen that I've liked, I found them on not Facebook, what am I saying? I found them on Twitter, on Instagram, and TikTok. Like, there's so many things. I think those are my places to go find books, to go find, let's say, clothing items that I want to buy. Let's say, like, just everything in life that can improve my life. I tend to find them there. So I'm a bit worried about losing that positive aspect of it. But I think all of the negatives that I can eliminate are going to make this more worth it, right? So maybe I'll start spending more consciously because whatever I buy is going to be something that had to fall on my lap like serendipitously rather than someone pushing it to me, because I do understand, and I am, I guess, aware of the fact that maybe these things that I see online that I think I want to get because I think they're cool, I only find them cool because someone is pushing that message to me that this is cool. and this is something you should try to buy or have if you want to have status of X, or if you want to do Y, you need to have this, that. So I'm also conscious of that. Maybe social media is driving me to consume more of things that I probably would never buy if I did not know that they didn't exist. So they are essentially solving a problem which I don't have. So I'm creating a problem just to solve. Like I want to buy hay lamps, guys. Hay lamps are beautiful, but they're also expensive. They're like 100 euros, 110 euros each. But I'm gonna buy it because it looks freaking cool. And I just saw them online and I was like, this looks cool. I need one of these. And I think it's something I'm starting to do now, where if I find something cool online, I add it to like a bookmark tab, and then later on I go see it and I see if I want to buy it or not. But a lot of the things are interior decor, and I don't have a house, guys. So I might just end up with a room filled with stuff for my future house, which is a bit dumb because that's just money sitting around. But yeah, I want to take a break off socials at some point this year because it's a bit of a not so nice place. Let's call it that. But I think, yeah, I've recorded for like half an hour. I think this is a good pilot episode. I still have a few things to chat about, but I think this is a trial run. Let's see. And I'll observe your feedback. If you guys like it, I'll bring a second one, a part two. You guys can suggest also topics, and I'll just ramble about them like I know what I'm talking about. But I like to reason things out and pretend that I know a lot about things. But just like Ruth from the Ozarks, I don't know shit about fuck. So I'm just here trying. And you should try it too. Trying is cool. You know, just do things. Whatever lands, lands. Whatever doesn't land, doesn't land. And it's fine. We are here, I guess, as human beings to experiment. You know, we can't just let our lives be bland. I think a lot of the joy from being human comes from us using our skills to make things. I don't think we should only be consumers, and it's very easy to be a consumer or an armchair analyst nowadays because there's a lot of content everywhere for you to do that. But I think, yeah, if you get out there, share your ideas, share your thoughts, the same way I'm sharing my thoughts with you, the listener today. So just go out there, create, go out there, try. Whatever it is that you're interested in, don't let it die. Because if it dies, a small part of you dies too. And I don't think you want to die a little. So stay strong, keep pushing. You're not going to achieve what you want, but if you don't try, you'll never know. That was kind of like negative motivation, but like whatever. You never know. You know, it's not guaranteed that you will achieve what you want, but the only way to test that is by actually just putting in work, just doing, just trying, going out there every day. Even work is a bit vilified because everyone has to be entrepreneurs now, but even if it's work related and you're going for something at work, going for that promotion, just go for it. Give it a try. Give it a good go and see what comes out of it. If you don't succeed, you might just come out a better person out of that entire process, which is what you're trying to do. You're not trying to build one day at a time. You know, we're trying to build the statues that the Romans were building, you know, chip away just a tiny bit every day at the marble. You're chipping it away. And by the time you look at it, it's this massive thing, perfectly done. And it's equal to your wildest dreams. So keep dreaming, keep trying, keep going. Bro, I'm going to end it there. It's cool. We're done. Thank you.